Welcome to Going Off Leash. I'm Heather.
I'm Leslie.
We're at the Watering Bowl in South Austin, Texas. We're a dog park and bar. Leslie, tell me what that means.
Well, just think about it like a public or city dog park, except there's staff watching the dogs. They're trained to watch the dogs, prevent fights. If something happens, they jump in. They're the first line of defense. While you sit, make friends, and grab a drink.
This is the Watering Bowl, and we're going to go straight into the hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog. I need a hair of the dog. I need a hair of the dog.
Yes. What are you drinking over there?
I am drinking the Austin Eastsiders Imperial Gold. I really like this one because I like a cider, but I don't want it to be too sweet. And to me, this one hits the mark of being crisp, but not too sweet. It doesn't make me like go, ah! And, the higher ABV, not gonna be sad about that.
Good bang for your buck.
A little bit. It's more 8.3 versus your, average cider. So I like the Austin Eastsiders Imperial Gold.
Nice. Well, I decided today to go with Lone River. It's a prickly pear lemonade seltzer. It's really good for hot weather days, nice weather days. You want something a little bit lighter, but I like the prickly pear personally. They've got a lot of flavors. I'm a big fan of prickly pear. It's got that little hint of sweetness, but kind of like you, I don't like it to be too sweet.
I don't need to drink my cake.
Yep. I'd rather just eat it.
Cheers, Leslie.
Cheers, Heather.
Hair of the dog. Woo. It's delicious. What do you think, Dewey?
Which one you want?
Which one do you like? Dewey likes them both.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about pup crushes. Who are you crushing on this week?
I think I'm crushing on this one right here.
I think Dewey Dog is our pup crush for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you like about Dewey Dog.
My favorite thing, if he'll let me do it, is a mohawk.
A mohawk for Dewey Dog? Dewey. Look. Oh, yeah. That's a good look, buddy.
My most favorite thing, but he is just the sweetest boy. He's got
I like his elephant ears. He's got the elephant ears.
Dewey.
Ooh.
Are you going to talk? Are you camera shy?
Dewey, I heard you can make noises.
Makes a lot of noises. We got big feelings.
But Dewey Dog is, just a sweet boy, loves affection, is always looking for a friend,
A lap.
Every time I see, a lap.
A lap.
Desperate for that love. Dewey Dog, I like you. You're a pup crush.
And if he tells you he's neglected, don't believe him.
Don't believe him at all. Let's talk about strange encounters.
Man, that was weird.
There's a lot. You'd be surprised at the things that happen here at a dog park. Or maybe you wouldn't be. Maybe you've been here for some of the crazy. But I'll never forget the text message I received from Leslie. She was here. I was at home, and she said, Heather, someone brought a chicken into the park. And I was like, oh, like a bucket of like fried chicken? No.
Chicken nuggets, like squeaky chicken.
Like a chicken toy? No. A live chicken in a purse.
I forget his name now, but he was really nice. He actually let me pet him. He was a nice chicken.
Tell me how you found the chicken.
Well, so I didn't actually find the chicken. I was just as surprised as you were because it was a first timer. She was very sweet. She had like a tote bag, her dog, got her signed up. I didn't think anything of the tote bag. She came in maybe 10 minutes later on the walkie-talkie here from, I think it was Chelsea, said Leslie. And I don't, I'm not going to reveal anybody's name or anything, but she said, Leslie, when so-and-so comes out, ask to see what's in the tote bag. And I'm like, okay. She probably brought in treats, like dog treats, not thinking, I'm going to get swarmed because the dogs are going to smell the treats. Like something like mundane. So as she's coming out, I was speaking with another customer at the front window, so I didn't get a chance to be like, "Hey, what's in your bag?" You know, I didn't want to be like weird
That
and
would
make
be a
it like
little strange.
uncomfortable for her.
It would make it uncomfortable for both. Yes.
Yeah. So, I finished with that customer. On her way back, I was like, "Hey, I didn't get a chance when you were on your way to your car, but I was told to ask what was in your bag." And she goes, "Oh." And again, I don't remember the chicken's name now, so we're gonna call him Fred.
Fred, I
He's like,
it.
"Oh, that's Fred. I just put him in my car. He's a chicken and blah blah." And I'm like a rotisserie chicken that we named, like
She
a
brought
bucket
it.
of fried chicken.
Ugh,
Like not in my brain at any point did I expect live chicken.
she brought a chicken.
She brought a chicken. He was very, very chill, very tame.
Did we
Didn't
hear
do
anything
it.
about
So the way
what
it
the
was,
dogs thought about the chicken?
well,
What was the chicken's vibe?
so the chicken was still in the tote bag. She was like carrying him around. And a couple of dogs started getting a little too interested in her and the tote bag. And so the staff here was like, what's so interesting in this
What's
tote
in the bag?
And lo and behold, a head pops up. It was a rooster, not just chicken, like a rooster. Like you see I don't even remember what they're called, but the red thing just pops up out of the bag, looks around, gets back in the bag, and they're like, "Oh, what? There's a chicken in there."
She brought a chicken.
She brought a chicken. He was really, when she brought her dog back to the car, she brought the chicken back up to the window because she offered for me to pet him. I'm like, sure, why not? Like, he's here. He's a nice chicken. I'd love to pet a nice chicken. So brought him back up. I gave him a little love.
I'm sure Fred appreciated that.
Yeah, he seemed very happy to get some more.
Thank you for loving Fred the chicken. Maybe next time we leave
Anytime.
our chickens at home.
Yeah,
Only at the dog park.
we might see a live chicken. Dogs might see fried chicken. I don't know.
Dear dog park, tell me something, please.
So we opened up a question to you all saying, what do you want to know? Dear Dog Park, to be specific. We asked you what you wanted to learn about that you didn't know about from the dog park. And we received a great question, wanting to know what's the story behind the memorial on the tree in the back of the park. And so now we're going to tell you a story about a sweet dog named Maisie. Maisie was what epitomizes a dog park dog. She came every single day, would go to her dad at the exact same time every day to say, "Hey, Dad,
She knew.
it's time to go." Her dad, Terry, is amazing. And she would come, and she was a friend to everyone. She would make besties with every dog, big and small. She was a miniature schnauzer, so she wasn't the biggest dog.
She was like,
Yeah.
big. Didn't care what size the other dogs were.
No. And she just was a friend to everybody. And we absolutely loved Maisie, and she really loved it here. And unfortunately, one day we received a call.
Yeah, so about 3 years ago, almost to the date.
Exactly, almost.
Yeah, so I got a call from Terry, Maisie's dad, letting me know that Maisie was bit by a rattlesnake. It wasn't here, it wasn't out hiking, it was in their backyard, something as mundane as just their backyard. And it happened to be snake season, which it is now again. And Maisie was bit by the rattlesnake. And she fought for, I think it was close to a week.
Yeah.
And finally, it just was too much for her little body to fight off anymore, even with all of the emergency services that were given to her. She was, overnight care at the vet, and it was really, really sad. It struck the community really hard because, like Heather said, this
Everyone
was
knew her.
just, yeah,
Everyone
she,
knew Maisie.
she belonged to the dog park. She epitomized the dog park. Like, if it was your first time to come into the dog park, she was there greeting you, like saying, "Hi, hello, welcome." And after she passed, we held a memorial for her and asked members of the dog park and customers of the dog park if they had any pictures or videos. And we were flooded with so many amazing stories of my first time ever here. Here's a picture from my first time ever here with Maisie sitting in my lap, just saying hi and welcoming me. Like, she was just such a great dog. So I had talked with Dad after her passing. The community really wanted to do something very special. And it wasn't necessarily a GoFundMe just to reimburse him for the medical bills that we wanted to do. We wanted to do something more special. And I did talk with Dad about this and threw him the idea of, hey, what if we did a fundraiser to cover the cost of classes for rattlesnake avoidance for other dogs in Maisie's honor? because rattlesnakes can be anywhere. Any snake can be anywhere, whether you're at home in your backyard, you're hiking, you're at a dog park. You never know. And he loved that idea. So we ended up doing a big fundraiser. We raised a good amount of money, covered a lot of classes. I think
A
it was
lot of
about
classes.
20 classes.
That's what I was going to say, about 20, 25 classes
Yeah,
for
something like
dogs.
that. So, members who were interested in taking the class were like, hey, we've got these slots, like it's free. Like we want to help try and protect any of the other dogs out here that we can. So if you have not taken the rattlesnake avoidance class with your dog, I would highly recommend to do so. It is snake season. Again, you never know where those snakes could be. My biggest recommendation, if you are looking into doing a rattlesnake avoidance class, there are two different ways that they do it, one by sight and one by smell. Me personally, I'm not an expert, throw that out there, but for me personally, we ended up partnering with the Canine Center because they do the class by smell. If a dog can see the snake, it's probably already too close to the snake and they're already in the danger zone. If they can smell the snake, because again, dogs have much better sense of smell than we do, they can at least be several feet away and know, oh, over there, I'm not going over there. Like I know what's over there. And that's a no rope, a nope rope.
Nope rope.
That is a nope rope over there. I ain't doing it. So for anybody that's really interested in looking for a class like that, I would highly recommend the Canine Center. There are others around Austin that do the same. But again, I would just ask them, do you do it by sight or smell? Like, how are you training the dog to know where the nope rope is and stay away from the nope rope?
So to get back to the question about what's the story behind the memorial, Terry, her dad, basically, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're not meant to stay in a straight line. You'll never see us have a conversation in a straight line. That's never going to happen.
Nope.
Basically, Terry asked us if he could have her ashes here. So there is a box with her ashes buried back by that tree.
Yeah. Underneath the memorial plaque, she is actually buried here because, Dad said this is her favorite place. And that's where he wanted her to rest. And he still comes every day with his new dog, Winnie, and gets to see and say hi to Maisie.
Yeah. Winnie, if you were to copy paste Maisie, Winnie is so similar. She's still different. She's her own girl. Don't get me wrong.
Personality too.
She has her own personality. But in terms of the friendliness, in the making friends with everybody, she's also a miniature schnauzer. So maybe, somewhere Maisie graced Terry with this new pup that, he could have to love on. And we love Winnie. We're so glad that she's here. And that's the story about the memorial in the back of the park. Let's spill some tea. Leslie, tell me some tea. What you got?
Got a lot.
You'd be surprised.
Yes. So at one point last year, there was a couple that I had to ask not to come back.
Oh.
And it wasn't because of their dog, unfortunately.
What?
Their dog was really sweet, crazy high energy, but really sweet, just wanted to come and play and stuff. So last year at one point last year at one point we were asking that if outside containers come in, they're clear just so we can make sure, it's not sneaking in beer.
We got to protect our liquor license.
Whatever. Yeah.
We don't exist without that.
Yeah. And
if you want dog park, we must have beer.
Yeah. And we had caught a couple of people sneaking some stuff in, which not mad at, just
don't do it.
We could lose our license. And if we lose the license to sell alcohol, then the whole park goes under because that's a big part of how we pay our bills.
It's our revenue stream.
So that led up to the mom of this dog. She had been told several times that we needed a clear container. Several times we offered her a clear cup for her water, tea, whatever she'd brought in. And one morning she came in with, again, a non-clear cup or a non-clear tumbler with tea in it. Literal tea. We're spilling the tea, except she threw the tea.
She threw the tea?
Threw the tea. She was so upset at once again being told, hey, it has to be in a clear container, that she took the lid off and threw it, looking like eye contact made with the person at the window and just threw it. Not even looking if anybody or any dog was there. She just threw the tea. And that was, unfortunately, my final straw, because that's not very respectful of us as a business or the person at the window who's just trying to follow the rules.
I call that unhinged behavior.
It was,
Total unhinged.
I mean, I get you want your tea, but like if we're also offering a free clear cup, like
Just
Figure-
pour the tea. Don't
Just
throw the tea.
don't throw the tea. So, there's, in my mind, there's other things that are more worth getting that upset over. So,
Yeah.
so I came in and I talked with her and her dad, or her and her husband. The tea was the final straw. The comment that was made that a staff member overheard just a couple visits before this, her husband claimed was a joke. And I'll explain why we don't really take it as a joke. Because their dog was so high energy, but no social awareness, would come in, literal like parkour off of dogs. She was about 40, maybe 50 pounds. So she's not massive, but
They're not tiny.
enough weight coming at you full speed, like parkouring off dogs, jumping over, just need to get energy out, which is
Yeah.
fine. But, myself and my staff spent a lot of energy trying to make sure that she didn't accidentally make any of these dogs upset and get in over her head, aka a fight, because some of the dogs didn't really appreciate being parkoured off of. So my staff, a couple of visits before she threw the tea, had overheard him joke to his dog, "Hey, see those people in blue? Go bite them."
Please don't tell your dogs to bite us.
We recognize, and the whole staff recognizes, we're working with animals. There's a chance
You could get bit.
you could get bit.
Yeah.
And whether the dog means to or not, like the chance is there. No matter what kind of animal you're working with, there's a chance something's going to happen. And as hard as we worked to keep their dog from getting into fights, again, she was the sweetest thing ever. Didn't try to, but we could see other dogs getting upset with her, and she's just like, oh, like no clue. So then to hear that he was telling her to go and bite the people who are the ones here keeping her safe was pretty rough. It didn't land well for us, as you can imagine, especially given how much we work to keep their dog safe. So for me, that kind of leads into some owner responsibility. When you go to a public or city dog park, your dog is 100% your responsibility, right? Some people take that responsibility seriously and some people don't. It's the same here. The only difference is we do have staff watching the dogs and helping so that you can actually sit, enjoy a beverage, have some human-to-human socialization. So we are here to help. We've, over the course of almost 4 years, or a little over 4 years now, we've had a range of people who are super overprotective and helicopter. And then on the, far other end of the spectrum, some people come in and don't even realize if their dog is still here or not. Like, just
they just go sit in the corner, face away.
Yeah, I just need this thing tired, and I get it. But for us, a big, win for everybody, I think, is when a dog that might be a little bit more rambunctious or unruly. There's a variety of reasons and things that could fall into those categories, but if your dog does need a little bit of extra attention or oversight for whatever reason, if you can recall your dog or just kind of help the referees out, like we're outnumbered majority of the time. So we can only watch so much and, keep things from escalating so much. And I think we do a dang good job of it, the way that our staff operates and works. But, it also kind of helps recognizing, hey, these referees actually do a lot of work and it is very physical and we're in the elements. So, just try to be respectful of that and step in to help if you need.
Don't tell your dog to bite us. And don't throw the tea.
Kind of baseline. Don't throw the tea. Don't tell your dog to bite us. Por favor.
And that's the tea. If you made it this far, you're officially part of the pack. Thanks so much for listening, and we hope to see you at Dog Prom. All the dogs will be in their best dresses and ties.
Oh, yeah. And maybe your dog will be our next pup crush.
All right, until then, stay off leash and keep your chickens at home.
Please keep the chickens at home.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Going Off Leash is hosted by Leslie Patrow and me, Heather Spearman. Music provided by James Hearn, aka Dolly's Dad. Be sure to follow along with us on all the socials at The Watering Bull ATX. Thanks for listening. Hey, we did a little better this time, right? See you at the park soon.